Hey, greetings, my action figure collector aficionados. Today we have Studio Series 86 Transformers the Movie Scrapper. But hey, before we get started, if you could be so kind to hit that subscribe button and like the video, share this video with fellow action figure collector aficionados. Let them know what's going on. It would be a big help. And also, comment down below. I'm always ready to talk Transformers and, completely geek out. So comment. Let me know what you guys think. All right, kick ass. Let's get started. So, let's check out the fantastic artwork. Nice illustrations. Love my artwork. 17 steps, part of a bigger bot, of course. We got Devi on this side. We have stuff on that side. That's just his, his bucket. So, anyway. Top, got the movie, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Back here, we have a nice shot from the movie, fighting Dinobots. A little bit about Scrapper that I can't read because I'm blind. And a nice product shot here. Very cool. Very nice. 1 of 5. I guess they mean because, 2 of the guys are in one box. So I guess 1 of 5 packages, or maybe they screwed this up. Maybe, because it should be 1 to 6 if we're talking figures. I don't know. All this stuff down here, don't swallow the parts because it'll hurt coming out. And that's it for the packaging. All right. So let's check this dude out. He is pretty heavy, for his size. So let's get in close. Nice silver faceplate and forehead. Painted eyeballs. Decepticon symbol would have been really hard to see if it wasn't for that it was first, stamped out in silver, which is really nice. I like when they do that. Makes everything pop. The feet skis. Got a little bit of hollow in the forearm due to transformation. He's a little hollow up here too, but it hides pretty well, so not horrible, but a little hollow. Come around to the back. He's got some pretty good hollow spots here. And then the bucket hides the rest. Okay, so, but still, exactly what you expect from Scrapper, Okay, articulation. You can do full exorcist. A little bit due to transformation. You can look up a little bit. No down, no left and right. Just rotation. Arms, they could go all the way around. Well, I guess if you force it around, like swinging it out, he can go all the way around. His bucket kind of gets in the way. Stretch out. Bicep swivel. No wrist swivel because of transformation, but he can tuck his wrist. All right. It's got no waist articulation. Really? That's really tight if he doesn't. Yeah. Yep. No waist articulation. He's got a kick forward that far. A kick backward that far. Legs kick out that far. Rotate at the hip. He's got a good knee bend, right? And then no back. He can go forward. And he has the ankle tilt. I still can't believe that he doesn't have a waist swivel. It looks like he does, unless it's just super tight. I don't want to force anything, but I guess he doesn't. Oh well. That's probably due to ankle tilt or whatever in Devastator mode. So there's that. Of course, he does come with his weapon. Go right in the old fist. And then the two-part of Devastator's massive blaster, which he can also, he can hold as well. And this one will, where does this one combine? Let's see. Can hold this guy as well, so he can be totally maxed out. And then this, I can tab in here, over here. So all right, for transformation here, we'll start by tucking in a paw and then rotating his forearm backward. Click. Same on this side. Rotate the paw in. And then, the ladder goes up, right? Okay. This thing will do. Open up his chest. Rotate the noggin in. Put the chest back. And then this will all tuck in. And there is this peg here will go into this slot here. And that's how you know you got him all tucked in. Same on this side. All right. Then on to the feet. We've got, it's very similar to Combiner Wars. So they open up in half. This will rotate around. And this will tab into place momentarily. Split this open, rotate this around, move this guy around. This will tab and slot together like so. And then the foot and the front of the leg rotate up and collapse in on one another like this and like this. And then these little tabs on the window will go into these little slots like so. So now all we got to do is worry about the bucket. And the bucket is simple, and I screw it up every time. Oh, I only screwed up going into robot mode, actually. So that tucks down like that. And there we have it. Now, one of the things I struggle with the Constructicons, even with the Combiner Wars, Unite Warriors guys, is I see all these details that I want to paint and fill in. And then that's going to make a really, really complicated color palette and deco Devastator that I don't want to do. But it's really hard not to, make this ladder silver and these little smokestack things. And, like, it's just tough. It's very tough. I go into the wheel wells and darken them and just all those things that I know is just going to make Devastator look awful. So it's the struggle is real for me. So anyway, the weapons, they have this little tab. Let's see, right here. Tab onto this side. Like so. And then his regular weapon will tab into this port here. And then there is this tab here on the gun. And that tabs in right there on the back. So he is a pretty intimidating little Constructicon. All right, some alt mode compares. We'll start off with Unite Warriors here. Again, very, very close. The wheels are a lot nicer, right? He's got a nice Combiner Wars guy, the Unite Warriors or whatever. He's got a much nicer cab window detailing. As you can see, it's a little more complicated. It's not just a square or rectangle. But they are very, very close to the same guy. You know, same model. Like I said, I think there's a lot of shared CAD parts here and there, but go ahead and set this guy over to the side, and we'll get him here. All right, also here he is with grapple and hoist. Just like the cartoon episode, they're all ready to build something and steal it from the Autobots. Alright, and for some comparisons here, we have Unite Warriors Scrapper. As you can see, he is quite a bit bigger, obviously. Get in close, see the differences and the similarity here. Let's see. They have about the same kind of hollowness to them in the forearms. Get around to the feet. You see in the back. I feel like there is a lot of shared CAD files with this guy. I will say that I prefer the more yellow-green compared to this like light mint green that's on the new Studio Series guy. I don't know, maybe this is more cartoon accurate, but just in person, it's just it's just not as visually striking as the yellow green is. So, you know, that's my opinion, and opinions are like ears. Everybody's got a few. So, and then we'll compare the weapons. Here is another one of those deals where you can tell that it's a very, very similar CAD file that's been scaled up, probably because, man, there's just so much shared detailing. And then we have this guy, big honking gun, man. Okay, get the weapons out of the way. Scoot him back. And then I was looking for some other bots that would make, you know, a whole lot of sense to compare him with, and I figured I would cut deep with you know, comparisons from the cartoon, the Constructicons, joined forces with these guys, and then, you know, screwed them over. So that's how he compares. Very nice. As you can see, he scales, you know, a whole lot better, you know, than the Combiner Boars, Unite Warriors, whatever guy. He's a little bit big. So, you know, it makes sense that they're producing them. It does, you know. As cool as this guy is and as big as Devastator is, it makes sense that they're making him at this scale now. Alright, here's what I can say about Mr. Scrapper. I think he's a solid figure. He does have a couple of hollow spots, but they're the same kind of hollow spots that are in the Combiner Wars, Unite Warriors version of him. I do think he is a little nicer. Um, just quality wise, I think he's a more solid figure, even though he is insanely smaller. I do think that the individual bots will pair better on your shelf with the rest of your collection. They definitely, him standing next to Hoist and Grapple makes a whole lot more sense than the Combiner Wars, giant version of him. So, um, you know, he's a good figure. I'm excited to get the rest of them. I'm excited to see how Devastator goes together and compares to Combiner Wars. I am still on the edge on which one I will end up keeping. I'm just going to have to hold my judgment on this guy until I get the rest and see how this Devastator stands up compared to Unite Warriors uh, Devastator, because while Devastator might uh, make more sense, this Studio Series will make more sense to be compared to, Superion and Menasor. I don't know how he's going to stack up next to the Dinobots now. It seems like the Dinobots are going to be a little bit too big uh, compared to Studio Series 86 Devastator, and Combiner Wars will make more sense. So I know I am going to have a tough decision, in the next 6 months or so on which one is going to be on my shelf. It will take a little bit of soul searching and figuring that out. Um, but I'm excited for this figure. I'm excited for the rest. I'm always looking for the definitive version of a character. So let's see what happens. I'll be on this journey along with the rest of you. So let me know. Are you completely sold on this new Studio Series Devastator? Are you like me, kind of going, maybe Combiner Wars is still okay-ish? Which way are you going to fall over the big, combiner, or the more sanely sized and nicer individual bots? Let me know down in the comments. And as always, be good to one another, keep collecting, have fun, and I'll see you again next time, right here on